Welcome to Heal Scotland's festival. Here's some Scotland's wild medicine.
All the way in and let it go. Hello everyone. So this weekend I was invited to come up and film for Heal Scotland for their Wild Medicine Festival. This has been their third festival they've done, and I've got to say it's been absolutely incredible. If you have been following my healing journey, if you want to call it, from the Jag, then I'm a big believer in what these guys are doing out here. I just wanted to do a quick video to kind of show everybody like what they've been doing and where they've been staying, and just to kind of show everybody, if you're getting nowhere with your doctor, then I definitely think these things can help. And what they've done out here, they've done things like Wim Hof breathing techniques, they've done sound baths, they've done cold water dips and stuff, and it's been absolutely amazing. And the people have been incredible as well. But I'm just going to kind of show everybody where I've been staying, have a wee chat with Lillia, show everybody around. And yeah, it's just been an incredible event, and Lillia's put on something absolutely amazing. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna show everybody around the place and show everybody where I was staying. So I was staying in one of these little cabins, if you want to call it. I'll turn around and show you. So this is it here. Fantastic view. What I'll do is I'll walk round to the front and show you all the view that we had. Now, myself and Alex Mitchell were talking at this event as well. Alex done a little talk on the Saturday and I done one yesterday, but look at that view that we've got, and it's incredible how stunning Scotland is, the last event that Lillia had was up in Skye, and that place was amazing. Again, we took 15, 16 injured from the Jag up to Skye, and again, amazing work that Lillia was doing, and made it very affordable for people that are very ill and unfortunately can't work anymore. But then she told me about this event, and I was like, she said, "Will you come along and do a talk at it, and will you film for us?" And I was like, "Yeah, no bother at all." And when I thought Sky was good, I didn't realise how much better it could be. And the event, the weekend she's put on here has been amazing. But let me show you guys around where I was staying. And I said, I think everybody should be doing this. I think I can only see this event, this stuff that Lillia's doing, getting bigger. But I'm going to show you guys around where I was staying. So like I said, the view there is absolutely amazing. And I'll take you in here. You see here, our living room. Nice and cosy. Even this place, I mean, it'd be fantastic for kids as well. See here. Kitchen, brilliant. Come through here. Little single beds. Nice wee room here as well, and a toilet. A toilet in here. Nice wee toilet. And then in here's the main bedroom. You've got a wee cupboard in here or not. Nice wee cupboard. We walk-in wardrobe that I hardly used. Too busy filming. And in here you've got another toilet. So this is where I was staying with Alex, and like I said, amazing, absolutely amazing. You know, I got here on Thursday night and then started filming for Lillia on the Friday. But they've not just got this kind of accommodation; they've got many other accommodations as well. One of the accommodations they had, so they've got a whole load of little pods, I think. What we'll do is we'll take a walk down and I'll show you the rest, and hopefully I can get an interview with Lillia as well, and she can talk about what she's doing and tell everybody about, you know, other events that she's got coming up. So I'll take a wee walk down, show you guys the pods and the marquee and stuff as well. So they're still under construction here. So they're building a lot more, as you can see here. Hell of a lot more still to build. Like I said. But I mean, like I say, the view is just incredible. The view's amazing. I look down here, show you the pods. You can see down there, you've got the pods as well. So there you get the 3 pods there, but you get more pods as you go further down. As you can see, there's the marquee. And Lillia's down there, I'm going to grab her and have a chat with her. But, I mean, look at that view. The view is incredible. But yeah, I'm gonna head down there and have a chat with Lillia, and she can tell everybody what she's got planned for the future. But I'm blown away by what this woman has done and what she's doing. And I have been filming all day for her. And what I'll do is I'm going to clip some videos together, and I'll show you guys what they've been doing here at Heal Scotland. Lots of breath work, sound baths. They were doing educational stuff. They were talking about a lot of stuff that the mainstream media don't want to talk about. Cold water dip yesterday. They've got a sauna down the bottom there next to a stream, which I'll go down and show you as well. But yeah, this place, this is only going to get bigger. I'm telling you right now. But I'm going to head down there and get a hold of Lillia. She's just saying goodbye to a lot of people. I don't know if you guys can see them. That's the marquee where we done a lot of breath work and stuff. There's a little cafe down there as well. But I'm going to head down there, say hello to Lillia and get an interview with her. There's the marquee. And there's the woman, I don't know, God sent an angel, you know. So this is Lillia. And this is my second event. I'm going to need to bring you down. I'm too tall, Lillia. This is my second event with Lillia with Heal Scotland. So we done one in January. You took away the vaccine injured for pretty much nothing, Lillia. You done it out of the goodness of your heart. And then you've asked me to come here and you've asked me to come and film this event. And I thought Sky was amazing, but what I've witnessed here has been absolutely incredible. But do you want to, we'll do a wee walk and talk and you can kind of show us about? Just, I know
Sure.
that this is the end of it and it's basically everybody's gone now.
Yes, yeah. But this is a spectacular location because obviously we've got the sea right here. We've got these beautiful pods from a very sort of basic one without a toilet and shower right up to, you know, all singing and dancing with a hot tub. So people of all budgets can come here and stay on the site if you want to. Obviously in Tarbert as well is beautiful. There's lots of places round about to stay. What I was just talking to Malky about was turning this actual area here next year, extending it to a week long so that people could come and be in this well-being area, enjoy the sauna, enjoy the forest, the walks, have therapists in each of these little pods.
Right.
So, and then in the run-up to the festival, because the festival's crazy, right? There's loads of stuff going on, but that's the way I like it to be.
You had so much on, because I said you had, obviously, I mean, you were using the kitchen down there, you had the teepees down the bottom, down the Wim Hof breathing, I think nearly every hour.
Yes.
You had big talks on in there. We'll go in there and you can show everybody about around the marquee. And it was just a day of, like, if you come here and if you said you're bored, I'd be like, how can you can't be bored because there's something on every, like, half an hour.
Absolutely. And on the Friday, Shannon and I created this workshop called Supercharge Yourselves. And it's, she puts you into, with her guided meditation and hypnotherapy, into a state of receivership. And then we do that big suk suk blow, breath work. And then she finished it off this year with the sound bath. And it's just a beautiful way to get yourself into a state for the festival. And there is a lot of choice, but not everybody wants to do Qigong, not everybody wants to do, yoga, or maybe hear about EMFs, but there's something for everybody. And the big message, about from Heal Scotland is educate yourself on the things that you can do to stay well and get well. Because so many of the issues that are bringing our country down right now in terms of health are long, chronic autoimmune diseases. And there's no drugs or surgery to fix. If you have a sore hip, then you can, get it replaced. But when your whole system, your whole immune system, it's the reconnection to nature that is going to be the thing that's going to just gently and slowly recharge your batteries via the elements.
Yeah.
And, we've got solid science around this. But the issue is that most people still don't know. And, that's why I was like, I need to tell people about this, because it's crazy that we don't know it.
For me, it's like, the Wim Hof is massive. I'm a big believer in that. You had Wim Hof instructors here, and again, I'll clip and show everybody that. And they done the big breath yesterday in the whole room. And I was obviously filming, and the emotion, the trauma everybody was releasing. And like, I've seen the Wim Hof stuff, right? And I've seen all the retreats they're doing, and people are having to travel to Holland. But now we've got it in Scotland.
I know.
It's like, we don't need to travel. And I mean, you look at Scotland, the weather's been amazing. This has probably been the coldest day, and the weather's still decent for Scotland. But the weather's been amazing. And like I said, everything that I've witnessed this weekend has been amazing. And there's been no drama. Everybody's,
I know, in this phenomenal place.
Aye.
Yeah, and the networks and the friendships. Some people, they've been to every festival, we've run 4 so far. And, so you get to, it's the same kind of people, and there's something really nice about getting to know all the healers and leaders and therapists, and everybody's got something to bring, and every single person, without exception, that's been teaching here has come through their own health challenges, including you and Alex. And I know that wasn't what you rocked up for, but your stories are so inspiring, and it's hope, right?
Yep.
You were in your bed for 14 months.
Yep.
And now you've been mental running around here, filming all this for me.
I've enjoyed it.
And Alex the same. It's what he's gone through. It makes you cry, it makes you rage, and then you're just like, but God, what a gift he is now, and the message of hope and inspiration to people that are out there right now that couldn't come to the festival. But, there's so many of these things can be done at home. You can sit in your garden, or you can go to a local park and you get your shoes off. You can breathe with the trees. You can listen to the bird song. You can even go on YouTube and, get a lot of stuff for free now.
Out of curiosity, because like when you go to these ones and you have to go to Holland and all that, right? I've been told they cost an absolute fortune. Are you wanting to tell people the price range for these kind of events?
Well, we do an early bird at £99 for 3 days, which is nothing.
£99 for 3 days for accommodation and everything?
No, they're not the accommodation. That's just the ticket for the
event.
And then you can get a pod here for £40 per night.
Wow.
So you're looking at 3 days. I mean, that's a phenomenal deal.
You're talking 150 quid.
And also, it's like a mini retreat, just with a lot of people. So you're going to learn tons. You're going to make new friends, and you're going to feel... I mean, even this morning, walking up there to see Rachel, people are saying, oh, thank you so much. And I'm a bit like, what did I do? We brought people together, because ultimately that's actually what it's about, bringing everybody together. And even all the healers and teachers that have come, they give an hour of their time. Nobody gets paid apart from the band at night. And so everybody gives their time. And then they get to enjoy the whole of the festival themselves. So it's a really great place for leaders and presenters.
Let's have a walk around. So what you're saying to me is, we'll go over the marquee and show everybody the marquee. So what you're telling me is these pods that are in front of us right now, you're wanting to, what are you wanting to do?
What I would like to do is this whole area is a wellbeing area for the week leading up to the festival, so that we can have individual sessions, or maybe come with your friend or your partner for massage, for private sound healing, for private breathworks, for biofeedback energy, etc. Which
Clairvoyant work, all that kind of stuff.
all of it, all the stuff that people love.
Yep.
Anything that's going to make you feel better, and also it's just taking action.
Yeah.
And then so people can come and have that beautiful. We've got the sauna down there, which is just spectacular. And we didn't really, the sauna is a very new addition. It only actually opened this weekend. But the contrast bathing, you're right beside the plunge pool there, the river.
Yep.
Well, it's not as big as a river, but certainly a big, good-sized burn. And people can go into the sauna, but even just sitting on the summer seat outside, listening to the birds, it's idyllic.
Yeah.
And this is what's so good for you. And the data around saunas will blow your mind. Like 15 minutes 3 times a week will increase your life expectancy 20%. Like, what the hell? They should be in all the beaches all around this country.
I mean, when you took us to the Sky, I still need to edit that. When you took us to Sky, I mean, you had all these stuff like the Quest 9 and you had that, the one with the lights.
Yes,
and
the Neurovisor.
So you want to bring all that here and stuff as well.
So that people can really see all the energy, because this is about energy medicine, right? We're obviously wild energy.
What about families? They want to bring the kids? There was kids here this week?
Definitely kids here. And I mean, all kids are different. And sometimes I feel that if your kids aren't here, you personally will get more. But sometimes you don't have any option, right?
Yep.
And sometimes, like John was here, his daughter loved the forest walk, the forest bathing.
She was doing meditation.
Yeah, she was doing the meditation. She was doing the voice activation. And, you can hang out here without being at every single workshop and event.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's have a look in that, because at night what happened was the first night you had a disco, so you had a DJ, and then in here you had a Kaylee. Again, I'll clip it down and show everybody. But I mean, this is the marquee here, which was pretty much, I'll just film you here, Lillia, if you go ahead of me. Obviously it's empty now, but I'll show everybody.
We decided this year just to have the grass because the weather had been so dry. Obviously the rain's come in. And my friend Stish came down from Glasgow to DJ for everybody on the Friday night, which was brilliant fun because I personally am a big fan of dancing and moving and having fun. We're not going to engage the masses if it's like, oh, well, sit in that corner with your legs crossed and drink carrot juice. Who really wants to do it? You might do that one weekend, but you don't. We're talking about lifestyle here. And Kaylee's, I'm a huge fan of the Kaylee because all that spinning is brilliant for the brain. It's very, very energetic.
It's a workout.
You get a cardio workout. You were like that. and it's social and it's hilarious. And everybody loves it. And I just get such a buzz watching people.
How many
doing
people did we fit in here? I think we had about 100. How many people?
There was 102 people altogether. I'm not sure, well, give or take, because there's volunteers, obviously, and some people just came up from the site and enjoyed the Kaylee that weren't actually at the festival. So you know what I'm like, it's a free-for-all. We have to pay bills. But, if somebody comes to me, they don't have any money and they want to join in, they get to join in. Yeah. Because this information is free, but I've spent years studying it and collating it and putting it in so that people understand why you're doing it. Yeah. And you know what's so interesting about the Kaylee? Because last year I had a lot going on and I was really tired on the Saturday night. But of course it's me. I have to get up and be the face. And I came in here and as soon as I started dancing, I felt 1,000,000 times better. And I was like, and watching everybody in here, there's something infectious about watching a Kaylee, and you're just like, all right, I want that Arcadian strip the willow at the end. Everybody wants to get involved in that. Yeah. So it's so good for you in every single level, and laughter is one of the best medicines. So watching beginners who've never Kaylee'd before Kaylee. And
you're going to use the same location for next year as well?
Yeah, well, we do one in Skye, one in Tarbert. We're doing one in Strontian in October. Yep. And I'm looking for a venue more East Coast or North. Okay. I would like to probably have 5 or 6 a year. Yep. In different locations.
We'll head down to the sauna. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Head down, show everybody
the sauna is just stunning because you're sitting inside it, just looking at the trees and the power. I mean, look at these incredible pine trees around here. And this is this is wild medicine right here. The pine tree and pine oil and turpentine. All of these things have got great, I'm not going to start going into a variety of health benefits. The medicine is all around us. And when I met Claire Houlihan, who wrote the book with me, Scotland's Wild Medicine, The first time I met Claire and I was on the foraging walk, I was like, what? I've walked past all this stuff my whole life and had no idea about the power in the plants. And I sort of said to Claire then, we need to get this into a book. Why? I can't believe I got to nearly 64 and knew any of this. Walking past all these medicines. And I've always been very anti-taking big pharmaceutical drugs. I don't know why. That's just been in me since I've been very, very young. My mum was like that too. She grew a lot of her own food. She was very much into the natural stuff. But to realise that it's all grown and usually at the right time, in the right quantity, exactly where you need it, the intelligence around will blow your mind.
Yeah, so we're coming down to the little sauna. I haven't actually had a chance to
Did you not have a sauna?
I've not had a chance to do much because I was filming. But I mean, you're coming down here. I mean, you've got the sauna we're coming up to, and then there's a little stream down here, and there are people doing cold water dips in there.
Yes, we're doing what they're calling this contrast bathing. So, and say just sitting here, come and just sit here and smell. So that's a little plunge pool over there. So there's an aromatherapy that happens here.
Oh, you can smell it.
Absolutely. You can smell the forest, the phytoncides, the trees give off a chemical.
I'm not making this up, by the way. I smell it. You know when people say it, you're like that. I can't smell it, and you're just, you can smell it, eh?
Obviously, and that interacts with all the nerves into the brain. Then you have, if we sat here for 3 days, our natural killer cells will increase 56%. I mean, this is the science. This is Shinrin Yoku. The science around being in the forest and listening to the bird song, listening to the water. We're all part of this. And this sauna, I mean, you're sitting in that room and this is what you're looking out in. Mm-hmm. And of course, as the seasons change, you can see it starting to grow in again. It's starting to get green. That's what's so beautiful about here. And do you want to come and see the plunge pool?
Aye, go for it.
So the sauna benefits are blow your mind. You need to look them up.
Make sure I don't fall when I'm going down here.
Amusing as that would be. But there's also now the contrast bathing, which is simply get hot, get cold, get hot, get cold, which is phenomenally powerful for your lymphatic system and your immune system. And, it's all about, we are so bad now for staying at the same temperature. The car's warm, the house is warm, we've got clothes on, we're staying at the same temperature and we're not working with the natural flow of the seasons and the temperatures. And even in terms of your sleep, it's really important that you allow the air to tell the body what temperature it is, so that when you go to sleep, you have a nice deep sleep. Because most of your healing and restoration happens when you're sleeping. If you're sleeping.
Rest and digest.
Yes, exactly. And this is beautiful. Look, so we've not had any rain for weeks, a little bit this morning, but you can tell you can still come here. And Malky is, I think you'll be able to phone him up and organise to come to the sauna. You'd easily get 10 people in there, maybe even 12. But you can talk to him about that. For people that want to just come and stay on the site, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So this is it.
So you come down here, you have a quick dip, and then you head up here, and then you're right into the...
Yes, into the heat. And it's a wood-fired sauna, which obviously is our favourite. But the reality is as well that it takes a little bit more love and care. And having spent some time in Skye with James from Arisig Sauna and his passion for it and the understanding of it, see, you want to come in, I'll open this door.
Yeah. Aye.
You see the lights and you can sit and see when you sit here, look what you're looking out on. Take that. I mean, it's just absolutely... I mean, this, you can just feel,
There's no way the price that you're doing this at, I'm going to pop this here. So the price you're doing this for is ridiculous. I would imagine that the price might have to go up a wee bit here, Lillia. I know that you're trying to make it affordable, but it might go up because, everything the way it's going by the time this comes around next year.
Well, what we like to do is do the early bird, so that people that are really can really get that amazing price. Last year we only do it for a few weeks, and then the price goes up. But yeah, in terms of a weekend away, you're like, what, 2.5 hours from Glasgow?
Yep.
It's a beautiful drive, which is therapeutic in itself. You come here, you've got all these facilities, and if for retreat runners as well.
Do you know what I found really interesting now? Yesterday I had a break, and so I was having a break. I put the camera. I actually put the cameras away to charge, and you know the boy that was doing the kilt.
Yes,
And I was sitting there. So he said he was doing. I filmed it yesterday. But he was talking about what he was doing and that, and next minute I was sitting there and I was pure engrossed. I was like, how can this guy make so many combinations out of one square bit of wool? You know, and it was like back to the old days how they used to do it, and I was like, that's fascinating. Totally fascinating.
Well, he was probably, because he was on Sky, but I didn't really get much of a chance to chat to him. And on Saturday night, when I realised that somebody wasn't going to be arriving, I said to him, "Do you want to fill that spot?" And that was my most inspirational talk. Not because he's better than anybody else, but I've never heard anybody.
It was just
so passionate about clothes.
Yeah, look, let's be honest here. In this day and age, nobody's going to cut about wearing that kind of stuff. But it's still fascinating to know how they. Back in the day, the William Wallace days, how it was all done. They had so many combinations out of this.
I know.
I'm sitting there going, I couldn't even put it on just as a kilt normally. But like I said, I filmed that yesterday. That was a really good talk he done. But it's just dead educational what you guys are doing out here. And honestly, I recommend everybody to come out here and get involved. And obviously, you've said to me that you've got another one hopefully lined up for the injured. Again, hopefully.
We've got two venues. We've got one at Barmolach, and you know Barmolach, it's beautiful there. And we've got one at my friend's guest house in Oban. So we're going to be able to take another probably maybe between 16, round about that, maybe not quite as many in Oban, but a dozen people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, well, I am absolutely obsessed about getting people. I wish somebody had taught me all this when I was younger.
Yeah.
And understanding, sometimes we have to go into the hands of the medical establishment, but this movement is particularly about prevention, staying well, and also for the long haul chronic autoimmunes. The body, it's patience, right? If you've got some internal healing to do, it can take years, but nobody really understands that. So there's no patience with the body to recover from the stupid, disconnected way we're living our lives right now.
Yeah.
And really, all we're talking about is the reconnection to that. That poem was fab, wasn't it?
Aye, she's done a good wee job. She said to me yesterday, and I totally forgot to get back to her just as well as you said. I was like, just as well. So, but I say I've been filming. Like I've been mainly, filming because like when we done the one back in January, I was mainly filming at that as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I already know about this stuff. I kind of do all this stuff in the house anyway. Like I say, you know, I'm very into my Wim Hof. I do it pretty much at least 3 times a week, even though I should be doing it a lot more. But because my health's at a certain level now, I don't do it as much. Like I was speaking to the guy who was one of the Wim Hof instructors. He was telling me that he used to have seizures, and he got into Wim Hof breathing, and he's never had a seizure since. So and there was a girl yesterday who came from Glasgow, and she only came for the day. And she arrived late. She was trying to come for me and Alex's talk, the one that we done, the Bring the Noise Live podcast. And when because I seen her and I was like, that's a new face there. And even her, she came for the big breathe and then she went for the dip. And she was like, that was just incredible, and she's gone through a hell of a time as well. And I could see just everybody's trauma getting released yesterday just by fucking breathing.
I know.
Breathing in the correct way. But when you're doing it as a collective, and you do it in that collective way, and
that's where the power is.
And that's what she said. She said, like, a lot of her friends are into this, and a lot of people do laugh at this stuff. Well, I said it to you yesterday. Once your health goes, you'll turn to anything to try and get it back, and when you do that, you'll start to you'll try anything, and that's where I got to.
Most people come to it because eventually they realise the system isn't either serving them or they're fed up. you know, with the service that they're getting. So, and that's how I got into it, was obviously watching my best friend's daughter die. Of course, that wakes you up in a way you're like, there's got to be a better way than this. And that is my passion. You know, another close friend of mine, Shirley, who lost her daughter a year and a half ago at 23. I mean, this is, there's so much that we can prevent and improve. Now, I'm not saying everybody can heal, but we can do what we're doing an awful lot better and a lot kinder. And also, if it's just for today, can today be nicer? Then you might get tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? It's so simple.
You mean the energy you've got? I mean, I don't want to put your age on camera, but the energy,
I don't care about that.
The energy you've got for your age,
Aye,
is fucking incredible. It actually is, you know.
aye.
And
That's something that, you know, and I noticed even when I was away in South America a few years ago, I was travelling, you know, I was by far the oldest by probably 45 years. And I had a lot more energy than some of the young people I met. I was teaching them all on the way how to tap and how to, about
you're more energy than me.
Well, I didn't take the vaccine, obviously.
True.
But yeah, this is the whole thing has got to be about hope and what we can do. And we completely handed our power over to other people, not just with health, with wealth, with every system we've got now, and we're not going, right, okay, this is not working. And like Neil McEnroy was saying, we have to get involved. It'd be lovely if somebody else would do it, but they're not going to.
No.
And for whatever reason, we've been chosen. We're the ones that the message is coming through, and that's just what we have to accept. And we just have to get on with it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And the more of us that do it together, the less lonely it seems.
It's like I said in my speech as well. I said when I seen John doing the meditation with his child, if parents show children this at a very early stage, we're going to have a lot less mental health issues. We're going to have a lot less, you know, health issues in general.
Yes.
If you start to show them
how to care for the body.
Yeah, and like I said, I can't stand normal TV. I was actually watching this morning. You know, I got up and TV's on.
Mm-hmm.
I sit there and I watch it, and he had like Dr. Hillary on the TV, and I'm like, that guy is just the worst. And he's sitting talking about healthy Easter eggs, and I'm like, I wouldn't trust this man with anything he says, you know. But if we show kids at a young age, we show people this, we're going to have a better, healthy Scotland.
Of course we are. Of course we are. And it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, and this is the thing about the festivals, and I've said this from day one, I used to be the biggest party animal on the planet. I'd be in the sub club and I would dance 6 hours every single Saturday night. And I still love to do that stuff. Not as often, but why not?
Yeah, you do need to come out your comfort zone here, but as well, that's the thing, because a lot of people, I mean, everyone here, a lot of them are really free spirits, don't give a flying, and that's the best way to be, because there's no judgment here.
I know.
And it's like, you know, I'm sitting there and I'm like, that's what it's all about. Like, instead of everybody judging people, just listen to people and just,
I know.
Everybody's different. We've all got to.
Well, a few people said that to us yesterday, didn't they? That you could just be yourself here.
100%. 100%. They might be, to you, they might be this and that. It doesn't matter. They're all kind-hearted people. Like, you know, one of the Wim Hof instructors. Like, I met her and I was like, man, she's out there, you know. And then when I seen her doing the Wim Hof stuff, I was like, she's fucking good at this, man. She's good at her thing. Like, and then she had them all in the water, encouraging them all, and I was like, yeah, fucking brilliant.
Because see, when you're working from that, your heart's place, which is just that passion, which you have for the documentary making, you know, then that's what we want to be, in that flow. And Gemma is just, she's hilarious and she loves the method. She loves to help people. And that is, you can't buy that.
No.
It comes from a place and people can feel it off you when you talk. When I start, I'm just like, it's exciting. Because if I got better from something, I mean, I suffered from chronic fatigue. I had postmenopausal arthritis.
How did you beat the fatigue?
With wild medicine.
With breathing and everything.
And I mean, I had candida, which is, you know, a lot of fungal growth in my gut because of dental work and antibiotics that I had to take because of the dental work and the mercury in my mouth. And I don't want to start going into protocols here, but primarily...
A lot of people won't believe that, you know, mercury fillings. Why would we put metal in our bodies? It's been proven.
I know. It's nuts. We're still doing it, but there's a big movement now to try and stop it.
Yeah, and obviously, you know, Stuart, who's the...
Yeah.
And I know I've been to Stuart's thing as well, and obviously he couldn't make this one, but I mean, they went after his licence because he was speaking about the natural way of dentistry.
Well, you have to come out the system if you want to speak out. It's as simple as that. And also, we know that we know personally, and that's why Stuart moved away from putting mercury into people's mouths, because you are poisoning somebody.
Yep.
Simple as that. And
root canals as well.
Oh, aye.
A dead tooth in the mouth.
Dentists are almost as dangerous as the doctors. But the thing is now that we're starting to understand that, and it's consumer driven. You know, we have to start making the changes and saying, no, we're not having that. Simple as that. No. About strong boundaries. We're in a very narcissistic relationship with our government, with Big Pharma, people that think they know more than us. You know, it's that whole, like the mother's intuition. When a mum says, you know, intuitively she feels something wrong with her child, but the doctor might say, no, we know now that the information that's coming through us and everyone is not coming from a book or a school or a university. It's coming from a much higher source than that.
There's been a massive shift since COVID.
Absolutely.
There's been a massive shift for natural. There's been a massive shift on, you know, all this natural way. And it's like Alex said yesterday in his speech, we have to go back to the old days, how your granny done it, how we all done it. And I have lost so much faith in doctors. I've got a story. I will tell one day, but I was shocked when I went to the doctor a few weeks ago, and they're still offering that jag. And
it's actually incredible,
to
and
pregnant
it's
women.
criminal.
I had to sit down and educate the nurse on it, and she turned around and went, well, obviously you know more about this than me, you're more educated on this than me. And I said, hold on a minute, but on social media I'll get people saying, what kind of PhD level have you got? And I'm sitting going, well, it seems that I know more than the people that actually work in the medical industry about this jag and what it's done to people, and can understand how, you know, why it's so a bit, they're just like, well, we're just following orders.
Well, I mean, I get that all the time. You imagine, I'm a hairdresser. So what do I know about anything? I'm a dizzy, you know, blonde, well, blue head. So that's, but thanks to the internet, we can find out anything we want. We're not beholden to the people that are telling us what's true and what's not true. And you, and obviously Alex had, as my brother Peter did, that went into your body, and then it devastated your lives. That's like, you don't need to be a doctor or a nurse to witness that firsthand, like your partner did, like Alex's partner did, that like we did with my brother. That's all you need to know. Stop. Imagine if I dyed your hair and you dropped dead, I would stop putting dye on people's hair. It's just, it makes no sense to me why we're doing this. And like, what's in it? Just putting it into wee babies, it drives me insane. But there's a cognitive dissonance that is very difficult to get through.
It's like Alex said as well, like the reason, because you always say there's a massive uptick in people not wanting to take these things. Well, the reason being is because you need to look at the way that they've treated us. Number one, you don't know if you're getting your health back. Number two, it's dangerous, to a massive amount of dangers to it. Number two, there's no medical, you know, no doctor, nobody's willing to put pen to paper. Mainstream media are ignoring you, and then the government are ignoring you, and then the lawyers don't even want to touch you. There's not many lawyers that want to touch you.
It's this. 100%. I've seen it with my brother. People, the close people round about him have supported him, but a lot of people that's just, they just do not know what the damage. But anyway, we're looking forward, and we're going, what can we do? And this is where wild medicine comes into its own, because the worst that can happen is nothing. But the worst that can happen when you take that vaccine is way, way, way worse than nothing.
Well, Lillia, I think this is the most interesting sauna I've ever had. Well, look, you've been very, very busy, and so have I this weekend, and no doubt we will be talking more in the future. And this is just amazing what you've pulled off here. I'm going to show people the water. I'll clip things together and show them yesterday, because the weather was amazing yesterday. It's obviously still good here, but it's not as good as it was the last few days. But how will people get in contact with you?
healscotland.com. It's all on there. You just, the email, you can, obviously all over the socials.
And we're going to try and get some big names to come here, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to get this wild medicine out to the masses by hook or by crook.
100%. And like I said, keep bringing the noise.
You keep bringing the noise.
I will do. Thanks, Lillia.
Thank you, hon.
So I'm just going to take you guys down here and show you basically where they done the cold water dip yesterday. So they had a big breath doing the Wim Hof breathing yesterday, and then after there they came down here, and I say it all the time, see if Scotland got the weather, we'd be the best country in the world, honestly. But I'm just going to take you over here and show you this little trail after they done the big breathing breath work with the Wim Hof instructors, and it was incredible. It was just an amazing weekend, and honestly, I think this is the way forward. So I'll take you through here. I mean, look at that view. Amazing. So I said they came down here yesterday and then they all got in the water. And that was the finale to the Hill Scotland's Wild Medicine Festival. And honestly, I'm telling you all, you'll pay a fortune, you go to different countries and do it. Why would you not stay in Scotland and do this? Why are we not bringing this to Scotland? And what Lillia has created is just something absolutely amazing. And I'm telling you all right now, this is only going to get bigger. And for the price that she's doing it at, I'm telling you all, you better jump on it, because this is going to sell out. Every year it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it was never a dull moment. She had something on every hour. And I think there was like a 2-hour break. And at night she had a ceilidh, she had a disco, you know, at night. And everybody just had a fantastic time. But I mean, look at how stunning Scotland is. It's amazing. And so if you're interested, look up Hill Scotland, look up at what they're doing, and get yourselves to these events. Because ever since the COVID days, things have definitely changed, and a lot more people are not trusting pharmaceuticals. I'll just show you this view again. So, I said I've been here since Thursday. I've been at this Wild Medicine Festival with Hill Scotland and Lillia, and what I've witnessed over this weekend has been absolutely amazing. And for me, I definitely think this is the way forward. If before you mock it, I would say definitely give it a try. The amount of people I've seen when they first came here to how they left was definitely a different atmosphere. The amount of people that, you know, I've heard no negative words to be said about this weekend, but for me, I definitely think this is going to be massive, especially for Scotland. And I'm definitely going to be promoting Lillia and her work. I think she's an amazing woman with a big heart, and she cares, and that's the main thing. She cares a lot. Like I said, she took a whole load of people that were affected by that jag back in January. She took 15, 16 of us away, and she even brought some of us to this retreat as well. So there was some people who were injured from the jag that came along again, and they've just absolutely loved every minute of it. So yeah, make sure you guys check out Heal Scotland. And again, if you have enjoyed watching this, please do subscribe to this channel and like it and get the message out there, guys, because that's how we're going to make the change. And I think that Bring the Noise is going to get a lot louder, because we're all going to have to bring the noise on many different subjects. So thanks a lot for watching.